What's up guys, and welcome to my channel. So I'm sure you guys already know what this video is going to be about. This is going to be about all the different types of modeling that there is out there and how to get into it, and hopefully by the end of this video you will know which one you want to get into. Because let's be real, you don't have to be tall, skinny, or extremely young to model. So let's get into it. Now, the first type is going to be fashion and editorial modeling. Now, these models, they have to be tall, usually around 5'8" and up. But I do know some models that are in the fashion world or trying to get in there. And when they go to Milan, New York, Paris, any of those places, they tell people that are literally like a size 0 and that are 5'8", 5'9", that they're too short and too big. So if you want to do this, I'm not going to say that they never book models that are a little shorter than that or a little bigger than like a size 0 or 2, but it's extremely hard to get into because those are their sample sizes, which is very small sizes. So they need very skinny and tall models to make the clothing just fall perfectly and for them to walk on runways and things like that. So yes, for runway and editorial modeling, you do have to be 5'8" or 5'9" and up. Usually it is like 5'10" I'm seeing, so that is another thing. But if you do want to do runway, that is perfect. I know for swim week you can be any size because there's like influencers, short models, tall models, big models, skinny models, everybody doing runway swim week shows. So it really all depends on the designer and the look that they're going for during that time. But if you want to do a lot of like Dior, different stuff like that, definitely tall and skinny. So if you are tall and skinny, then sign up for that. And usually the ages for that, I haven't looked recently at the ages because I know things change all the time, but when I used to look into it, it would be ages 14 to 21. After that, they usually don't book models older, but that's changing and evolving now, and a lot more older models are starting to get into the runway space. So that's so great that things are changing in the industry. So if you are a little bit older but have a great look to you and you're like 5'10" and you're nice slim build, then that could possibly be an outlet for you. The best markets that I would say to do that in would be like Paris, Milan, New York. Those areas would definitely be great for you. The next one is commercial modeling. I'm so hype about this one because that's what I do. So I'm a commercial model and I love it so much, and I will always vouch for it and recommend this to anybody that wants to get into modeling because they're so inclusive. You can be any size, any height, any age, and you can get booked for beautiful top campaigns. You could work for Dove, you can work for Pantene, you can work for MAC Cosmetics, you could work for Carnival Cruise Line because they need real people. So if you think, oh man, I can't get booked for this job because I'm like 5'3" and I'm like 39 years old, you're still young and your height is not a problem. You can still get booked for a job. So I highly recommend this to anybody that wants to get into modeling. I have been doing it for about 5 years and I absolutely love it. If you want to get into this, you can be in Miami, you can be in New York. There is a commercial board for New York agencies. I know a lot of people would say, oh, I don't know, it's more high fashion, but listen, there are agencies in New York that have a petite board, that have a commercial board. If you want to know which agencies those are, you could just leave a comment below and I got you. I'll send it over to you. LA is great for commercial. They have amazing clients. So that is also a market that I'm trying to get into. I have not given up yet, so join the journey. But anyways, so yes, commercial modeling, that is so great. And if you want to get into modeling, again, for the third time I've been saying this, check it out. Check out commercial modeling. Moving right along to something very similar to commercial modeling is print modeling. Now, print modeling are the ones that you see on magazines, brochures, different things like that. You can also be any age, any height that you want. So if you're in your 50s, if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 20s, even if you're a kid, you can be able to do print modeling. I've done print modeling as well. I've worked for a lot of different resorts, different catalogs, things like that. And I absolutely love it. It's the same as commercial modeling. So it's kind of like the same criteria. So if you do have a commercial agency, then they could get you booked for print work. And you could also get these agencies in, the major cities like New York, Miami, LA. They also have other small boutique agencies like in Texas and different areas like that. But the big major cities is where you want to go to get the great, amazing clients. Now, the next one on the list is going to be fitness modeling. Now, for fitness modeling, you have to be fit. Keyword fitness modeling. So you have to have a good physique. You have to look in shape, because these are going to be the ones that's going to model for athletic brands. These are the ones that's going to be booked for commercials and things like that. If you used to play a sport, this is a plus for you, because let me tell you guys, and I will say this at the end of the video, that it's more than just how you look to get into modeling. You think it's all about looks? No, you need to have a hobby, something like that. So for fitness modeling, you have to be fit. And sometimes they say, hey, we're casting for real runners, real golf players, real people that know how to ski, who played football, a D1 college football player, like we're looking for. So if you are an athlete, if you are wanting to get into modeling and want to do fitness modeling, that may be an avenue for you. There are modeling agencies that are for fitness models, and that's really good to look into. You could do that in the same markets like LA, Miami, New York. I know that there are a lot more in LA that I realized, so definitely check out over there if you do want to get into fitness modeling. But there also, you could be any age, it still works. Just make sure that you are fit, because keyword fitness modeling. Fitness modeling. So this next one is probably something that you guys didn't even think was a section for modeling, which is parts modeling. Now this is for your hands, for your feet, for your eyes. This is specifically for if a brand is wanting to do product shots and they need a hand to pick up the product, then they would hire you for it. So let's say if maybe this is for like a Burger King commercial and they need somebody to pick up a burger. Your hand would be there to pick it up and showcase it. If it's for lotion, if it's for perfume, if it's for like some foot scrub or something, they would use your foot for that and nothing else would be shown. So if you don't want to show your face, but you still want to model, yes, there is a space for you. Now for parts modeling, I'm not sure, because I never looked it up, which agency would have it, because, well, I never looked it up. But I can say that even for my agency, we sometimes get castings for parts modeling. They would say, hey, can you send me a picture of your hands? I need it in like 5 minutes. And I would literally have to send my agency pictures of my hands front and back, because it's just for my hands, for me to pick up something. I haven't really gotten picked for it. So I'm like thinking, is my feet ugly? Is my hands ugly? Like, dang, I never got picked. But you know, it comes like once in a blue. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you good. So yes, but if you do have pretty feet and pretty hands, then this can be the avenue for you. Now, if you don't want to do all of the big campaign stuff and doing photo shoots and all that extra stuff, and you're just an outgoing person that loves to interact with people, with customers, anything like that, then promotional modeling can be for you. Now, promotional modeling are the models that you see at events, at trade shows, at convention centers. Those are the ones that could possibly hand out drinks. Hors d'oeuvres can be the one to hype you up for maybe like a Red Bull pop-up shop or something like that. Those are promotional models. I did that when I first was starting out modeling and I enjoyed it. But me personally, I love just working with different brands. I love photo shoots. I love seeing the end result of that. I just love the storytelling in commercial modeling. But if you do love to be in events and getting your feet wet in that avenue, then definitely promotional modeling. Now, there are agencies for promotional modeling. The one that I was with when I first started was called Priceless Management, and they're really good. I had good events, it was consistent, and I even had an event with DJ Khaled, so that was a great experience. All right, so the next one is more for the sexy, sensual type of girls or guys, which is glamour modeling. So these are more for lingerie, Playboy, different stuff like that. They focus more on being sexy and sensual. So if you don't mind showing your body and being more of like that pinup type of girl, then this may be for you. For this, there are a lot of different agencies that still work with models who want to be glamour models. They are also like Maxim and swimsuit, like Sports Illustrated, that can also be glamour modeling. So even though the term is like glamour modeling, it's really mainly like swim, lingerie, and things like that modeling. So any agency really can book you for that. There are models that are booked in New York, that are booked in LA, that are booked in Miami for swim, that shot with like Sports Illustrated, that shot for Maxim, that shot for Playboy and different things like that. So if you do want to get into any of this outlet, you could be able to apply for any agency and they could be able to help you out with getting into the glamour sexiness of it all. So this one can be kind of the same as commercial modeling or even high fashion modeling, but we're just going to put it in its own little section because it's also known as this as well, which is beauty modeling. Now, beauty modeling is the girls that you see in MAC Cosmetics, Maybelline, Neutrogena, the ones that really show more so like the neck up and is more for like beauty campaigns, which is makeup campaigns or skincare campaigns. That would be beauty modeling. That's something that I also want to get into as well. But I've noticed that a lot of models that are into this, they're mainly based in New York. So not saying that Miami or LA don't have this as well, but I realized for those high-end beauty campaigns is definitely New York. LA too, I realized has a lot as well because they got like Fenty, they got Kylie Cosmetics over there. So you can get a lot of great cosmetic work over there as well. But yeah, and for this, you can be any height. You can be 5'2", you can be 6'1", because they're not showing your height. It's literally just your neck up. So for this, you must have, I hate to say it like this, but you must have a beautiful face, a unique face, something that really catches the consumer's eye. So they really go for more of that like natural beauty type of look and something that can easily be enhanced. If they want to enhance your natural beauty, then they could be able to do that as well with the makeup and the campaign. So for that, you can get signed to really any agency to book work. But if I did want to do a lot of beauty work, I would try to get an agency in New York, or I would try to get an agency in LA to get that done. Preferably New York for me. I feel like that you could really get more MAC and things like that. But yeah, but there are models that are booked everywhere else, like LA or like Milan or Japan or Paris and stuff, that still get that done. So don't think that I'm just talking about like North America type of vibes, but anything like beauty and stuff like that, definitely one of those big major cities. Sorry, y'all, I had to close them blinds because it was starting to make me look crazy. But anyways, so that's my list on the different type of modeling that you can do. And if you're still unsure about what type of modeling that you want to do, you can just kind of look at yourself in the mirror, see where you feel most confident at, what you feel most comfortable with doing. Because when you are on set, you're going to be in front of a bunch of people. And when they say action, you have to play that part. So choose wisely on what type of modeling that you want to do and where do you see yourself fitting in at. And remember, modeling is not all about being tall, skinny, pretty. No, it's way more than just being attractive. You really have to have a personality. You think that being a model is just about, oh, like I'm just gonna go to these castings. No, they're gonna ask you, do you know how to play an instrument? Do you know how to dance? Do you know how to do water sports? Do you know how to snorkel? Do you know how to, I don't know, I'm thinking about so much different stuff. Pick a hobby. If you want to succeed in modeling, the number one thing that you should do is pick a hobby and learn something new, because especially with commercial modeling, they need real people doing these things. So if you don't really know how to do what they're casting you for, they're not gonna book you. It was this one campaign that was for, I think it was North Face, and they wanted to know, hey, you know, I'm casting for North Face, I need professional skiers. Are you a professional skier? And you look at these campaigns in the mall and you think, okay, they just picked a pretty person. No, that's probably a person that really knows how to ski, because they're not going to waste their time shooting if you're going to be falling the whole time. So pick a hobby, figure out what it is that you like to do, be very outgoing, have a great personality. That's the main thing that they look for. Whenever I get castings, they always say, must be this, must be that. And it's always like having like an outgoing personality and just being fun. And sometimes they just want to get a feel on how you are as a person. So definitely work on all of that stuff if you do want to get into modeling, because trust me, it's way more than just having a pretty face, what most people think, and being tall. And if you want to get into modeling, then a few things that I recommend is to take your digitals, build up your portfolio, go to any open casting calls that you see in your area that are reputable, not no BS casting call that's for some crazy stuff that doesn't really make your image look good. And research local modeling agencies in your area and make sure that they are reputable and that they are good. sometimes casting directors and the client, they do also look at your Instagram page. So make sure that it's tasteful, make sure that it shows more about who you are as a person. Don't be having no crazy videos of you with the middle finger up, smoking weed, twerking outside of a car, all that crazy stuff. No. Maybe if you do decide to do photo shoots, to post some of those pictures, different things like that. And that's really just a few things that you can do to get started. It's pretty simple. Don't want to overwhelm you guys with so much stuff, but yeah. So I hope that this video helped you, and if it did, go ahead and share this with someone, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.